Welcome back. We're part 2 now. So I wanted to explain to you guys how to keep track, or the way that I do it, so that way I keep track of my rows and what row I'm on, because there's quite a few patterns that have repeat rows 2 through 5, repeat rows 2 to 3. Okay, but technically if you look at this, yes, it says repeat rows 2 to 5, 2 to 5, but 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 through 5 is basically row 2, row 3, row 4 to 5, repeat 2 and 3. So again, row 2 and row 3. So it's just a repeat of row 2 and 3 over and over and over, okay? So what I like to do, and I've already started here from the first part of this video I made. So we're on row 4 and 5. So now it says row 6 through 9. Okay? So again, I'm just going to write down row 6, row 7, row 8, and row 9. Okay? You could put arrows, you could put equal signs. Okay, so here row 6 is going to be row 2, because 6 through 9 repeat rows 2, so 6 is 2, 7 is going to be 3, 8 is going to be again 2, because row 4 is row 2, so we're going to repeat row 2, and then row 5 is row 3, so technically row 9 is row 3. It's just a repeat of row 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3 over and over and over. So then we have row 10, row 11, row 12, and row 13 right here, the next 4. Okay, because 6 through 9 is one color, and then we're going to change colors, which is going to be, then we're going to start row 10. So again, row 10 says repeat rows 2 to 5, which we've already determined it's going to be row 2, row 3, row 2, and row 3. And then we're going to have to change color again, so let's change color. And then we're going to keep repeat the sequence of working 4 rows of each color. Okay, 4 rows in each color, alternating, of course, single crochet and double crochet, because that's what row 2 and 3 tells us to do, until we reach row 37. So we're on 13, so we have row 14, row 15, 16, 17, change color, and you could actually put the color here that you need to change to, but for me, CC stands for change color. Equals, and if you break them up in 4s, you're going to know every 4 you got to change colors. So here we go again with row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3, row 17, and here we have row 18, row 19, row 20, row 21, okay, and we're just going to keep doing that for every single row. Okay, but on the live I was able to get up to, and let me count my rows. So we have four rows of every color, right? So if these are 4, row 4 and 5, so this is row 6 through 9, and this is row 10 through 13, I'm technically on row 14 already, okay? So since I've already finished these, all I'm going to do is either cross them out, okay, or put a little check mark. I prefer to cross them out so I don't repeat them again. And what did I say I was on? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we went 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? And so now we are on row, let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm on row 14, so I did finish row 14. So how am I off? Give me 1 minute here. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I was having a sneeze attack. But yes, I am currently on row 14. So now I need to change my colors. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out with my single crochet. Okay, 2 together. So here's 1. I'm going to go into that first stitch, bring out some yarn, go into the second stitch, bring out some yarn, and now I'm going to complete those single crochets by going through all 3 loops. Okay, so now to change my color, I have to do this medium purple. I did all these on the live with my followers, so I just thought I'd pick up where I left off. Okay, and it's just going to be a repeat over and over, rows 2 and 3, rows 2 and 3. So you can, if you're on what, this is going to be a double crochet row. So if you're on a double crochet, row 2 is double crochet row, and row 3 is single crochet row. So wherever you're at, row 2, 3, 2, 3, you can pick up with me. Okay, so I'm going to change my color, and I know I could easily change the color by finishing out that last loop with the new color, but I like to do this so I don't have to worry about my stitch count. I know it's not a big deal, but so I'm going to go ahead and join this color. Okay, and now I'm going to take off that loop because we have the new color to start off with. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my work, and row 2 is going to be my double crochet row. I'm going to bring these yarn tails, so if you pull this one over and this one over, just bring them over on top, and we can crochet over those so we don't have to weave them in. So we're going to chain 2 because we are working the double crochet row. Okay, again we're working the chain 2 because we're doing the double crochet row. We're going to double crochet together one last time because I think after this I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Well, not one last time, I'm going to go ahead and do the 4 row color changes and then we'll see. So yarn over like you would for the regular double crochet, go into this first stitch, bring out some yarn. Okay, we have 3 loops, yarn over and go through the first 2 only and stop. Okay, because that's the first part of the double crochet. Again, you're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, bring out some yarn, and we're going to do that first part of a double crochet, which is going through those first 2 loops. You're going to stop. Right here, you're going to go ahead and yarn over and go through all 3 of those loops. Okay, when you do that, you made already 2 double crochets 2 together. Okay, again, per the calculations that I did earlier, because my chain count was different than the original pattern, I had to compensate for the double crochet in between the 2. Okay, so these double crochets are these right here. Okay, they're what these are. We're never going to worry about those 3 when doing the, go back to that first video and you'll see we're never going to worry about these 3 double crochet, which are these right here. We're not going to worry about the double crochet together at the beginning, and we're never going to worry about the double crochet 2 together at the end. Okay, and what I mean by not worry is these 3, 4, 5, it's 5. So again, per the formula, this is how we worked it out to make our double crochets 12. Okay, again, if you need a refresher or you need to know how to work it, go back to that first video and it clearly explains it, part 1. Again, I'm going to do 12 double crochets here. There's 1, and here's my 12th one right here. Okay, So I'm going to do those 3 double crochets in this next stitch. Here's 2, here's 3, and now I'm going to do those 12 double crochets again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we got to stop at 12. So now we're going to go ahead and double crochet 2 together. So you're going to yarn over just like you would your regular double crochet, go into your stitch, work everything just like the normal double crochet, yarn over, go through the first 2 loops and stop. Okay, normally we would yarn over again and go and make another, but we're not doing that. We're going to stop right after we go through those first 2 loops. You're going to yarn over again, go into the next stitch, bring out some yarn and leave it on our hook. Again, like the regular double crochet, you're going to yarn over and go to the first 2 loops, but you're going to stop right there. You're going to yarn over now and go through all 3 loops, because this is where we close them out and we complete them. Okay, so now you have your 2 double crochet together there, and we just finished row 14, so I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. So row 15 is my row 3. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my work, and I'm going to chain 1 because we are working single crochets. So chain 1, and just like we did those double crochet together, we're going to do single crochets together here. You're going to always start with your single crochet or double crochet together, followed by 12 double crochet or 12 single crochet. It all depends on what row you're working, ending with the double crochet 2 together or the single crochet 2 together, depending on whatever row you're working. Okay, remember row 2 are double crochets and row 3 is singles. And then in the middle right here, we're going to do 3 double crochets or 3 singles in 1 stitch, always at the top, which is at the end of the first 12 that you make. You're going to do those 3 doubles or 3 singles, depending on what row you're working, in that next stitch, followed by your second set of 12 either double or 12 singles. Right now mine are singles because I'm working row 3, which is row 15. I know it gets a little confusing, that's why I break it down the way I do, because if it weren't for that I would be totally lost. So here I am again. I'm going to go make my single crochet 2 together. So I'm going to go in the first stitch, bring up some yarn, leave it there, go into my second stitch. Wait a minute, yeah, go into my second stitch. And let me just double count because I don't want to be working in the wrong spot. That should be my 2 stitches there, but we'll see. So there's my 3, right? 1, 2, 3, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, perfect. If you're always in doubt, count. Here's my single crochet 2 together, so I'm in that one. I'm going into my second one, and now going through all 3 loops, we've single crochet 2 together. Okay, and you might see stuff like this, but you can always go back and cut it so it's not sticking out. You can do it while you're working on it, or you could do it after you're done all at once. Okay, so just to make sure that our sleeve is going to fit, I'm pretty confident that mine will fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay it on top. Okay, remember I said I wanted some to go over the sides, because what's going to happen is we're going to make one big old long piece. Okay, and when we're going to fold that long piece on itself, and then we're going to sew it together so we make a sleeve. Okay, so if I'm looking at mine right now, I wanted some to fold over to the side, which it is. I wanted to fold it over on this side, and it is. Okay, and I'm not stretching it out, so you can imagine once it stretches out that it's going to fit. And I think mine's going to be a pretty good fit. Okay, remember in part 1 we measured from the middle to the middle, and so I think mine's going to be pretty good. And that's not stretching it out, but if I were to stretch it out some, okay, you could see I'd still have plenty of room. Okay, but there we go. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and let me know, but I hope I did my best to explain it to you, and hopefully you can continue going. I already did row 15, so I'm going to cross that out before I get lost, and I'm going to be continuing on